In the very beginning, there was nothing but chaos, a bottomless and infinite void. From this darkness, the first primordial beings were born: Earth, Gaia, and Sky, Uranus. Their union gave rise to the first generation of rulers, the giant and rugged Titans. The youngest of the Titans, Cronus, overthrew his father Uranus, but once in power he developed a paranoid fear of a prophecy that claimed, "One of your own children will do the exact same thing to you." To preserve his throne, Cronus committed a horrific act. He began swallowing every single one of his newborn children. His wife Rhea could not bear this. When her youngest son, Zeus, was born, she tricked Cronus by handing him a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes while secretly hiding the infant on the island of Crete. Grown in secret, Zeus returned, forced his father to regurgitate all of his swallowed brothers and sisters, and declared war on the Titans. The 10-year battle, known as the Titanomachy, shook the entire universe. The young gods emerged victorious and imprisoned the Titans in the deepest abyss, Tartarus. Now, the world needed a new order. The victors ascended to the peak of Mount Olympus and divided the universe by drawing lots. Zeus became the supreme ruler, the god of the sky, thunder, and lightning. He is the king of gods and men, the guardian of laws and order. Zeus is immensely powerful, yet passionate and impulsive. His countless love affairs with mortal women and nymphs are a constant source of wars, the birth of legendary heroes, and the unending wrath of his wife. The second brother, Poseidon, was granted domain over the oceans and all the water elements. Impulsive and short-tempered, with a single strike of his trident he can cause devastating storms and earthquakes, or bring forth fresh water springs from dry earth. Sailors prayed to him with horror and awe. The third brother, Hades, drew the darkest lot, the underground kingdom of the dead. Hades almost never ascends to Olympus and takes no part in the divine feasts. He is a strict yet fair ruler of the shadow realm where all mortals eventually end up. Furthermore, Hades is considered the wealthiest god, as all precious metals and gems deep within the earth belong to him. The principal goddess of Olympus is Hera, the sister and lawful wife of Zeus. She is the patroness of marriage, family, and motherhood. Possessing majestic and queenly beauty, in myths, she most often acts as a vengeful and jealous wife who harshly punishes Zeus's lovers and their illegitimate children. Zeus's sister, Demeter, is the goddess of fertility and agriculture. It was she who taught humans how to cultivate the land. Demeter is tied to the crucial myth of the seasons. When Hades abducted her daughter Persephone into the underworld, a grieving Demeter froze all of nature, causing the very first winter on Earth. Since then, whenever Persephone returns to her mother, spring arrives, and when she leaves for her husband, nature fades away. The most unusual birth story belongs to Athena. She emerged directly from the head of Zeus, fully grown and clad in complete battle armor. Athena is the goddess of wisdom, crafts, and fair, calculated military strategy. Unlike other gods, she values intellect and logic, always protecting tactical heroes like Odysseus. The polar opposite of Athena is her brother Ares, the god of bloody, chaotic, and senseless war. He craves only brutality, battle, and destruction. On Olympus, he was disliked for his wild nature, but the ancient Spartans revered Ares as the ultimate symbol of invincible military force. The twins Apollo and Artemis are the children of Zeus and the Titaness Leto. Apollo is the radiant god of the sun, arts, music, and poetry, patron of prophecies and the muses. His sister Artemis is the chaste goddess of the moon, wild nature, and the hunt. With a silver bow in hand, she protects all living things in the forests and watches over young maidens. The most beautiful of the Olympians is Aphrodite, the goddess of love, passion, and beauty. According to one legend, she was born from the sea foam. Her charms were so potent that neither mortal heroes nor Zeus himself could resist them. It was Aphrodite who indirectly caused the destruction of Troy. Aphrodite's husband became Hephaestus, the only god who engages in hard physical labor, the god of fire and blacksmithing. He was lame and lacked ideal looks, yet it was his hands that forged the lightning bolts for Zeus, the armor for Achilles, and the Aegis shield for Athena. Completing the Olympian 12 are Hermes and Dionysus. Hermes is the cunning messenger of the gods, wearing winged sandals, patron of trade, cleverness, and travelers. Dionysus is the youngest Olympian, the god of winemaking, festivities, theater, and wild, ecstatic joy. The 12 main gods of Olympus are not just fairy tales. They were the ancient Greeks' way of explaining the mechanics of the world, human passions, natural forces, and human nature itself. Their stories have survived thousands of years, becoming the foundation of all European culture and art. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our detailed breakdown of the labors of Hercules and the Trojan War.